What's happening, everybody? I'm gonna use EUMC and get Retroarch and some games on here, some retro games. I'm gonna check my speed real quick so you guys can compare. I will pause during the downloads because it's gonna take a while. 810, I like to do it a few times just to make sure. Alright, 950. So that's that. So now we're going to open up EUMC. I'm going to go to APK installer. Hit the three lines at the top. Go down to ROMs and emulators. And first thing we need is emulator. I'm just going to do Retroarch tonight. You can do whatever you want, but Retroarch's free. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it while this is downloading so we can save some time. I just wanted to give you the speed I have so you can compare on your device. Alright, we're about done here. And go ahead and click install. Install. And if you're on Oreo, just make sure that whatever you're installing from is enabled in the unknown sources. It's a security deal with Oreo. I'm just going to hit done because we don't have any games or anything to. So now we are going to go back and we're going to go into ROMs. These are going to be your game packs. So you got Atari 2600, Game Boy. Not sure those are arcade games. Sega Master, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. So I'm just going to start. I'm just going to do a few of them. So let's start with Atari. Not sure how long it's going to take here. I'll pause it if it takes too long, but this one doesn't seem like it's going to be long. So you want to pay attention to this path. Storage emulated 0 download ROMs, okay? So now let's do Sega. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pause this one. Looks like it's a little bit bigger. Alright, we're about done with Sega Genesis games. Well, maybe not. Oh well. And on another thing with Retroarch, you need a game controller. After you get all this stuff, you need a game controller once you get inside Retroarch. That's the only way you can control anything. Your keyboards won't work. Oh. I'll just do one more. We'll just do Nintendo, and then I'll add more later. But Retroarch covers, I don't know exactly which ones they cover, but it's a multi-emulator, covers a lots of platforms. You can just install the emulators for just the Nintendo or just the Atari or just the Sega. But I'm not a big gamer. I just like to have some games every once in a while, something to play. And old school games I'm better at than the new stuff. I don't get into all that. We still recording here? Yep. Alright, almost done with this one. Okay, so it's all going in this storage emulator O download ROMs folder. So now let's just do the old Nintendo. This one shouldn't take long, but I'm still going to pause it. Don't need to take up time, just downloading what I want. Alright, we're almost done here. Alright, storage emulated O download ROMs. Okay. So I'm just going to hit my home button. Double click my home. Now I'm just going to go into the settings. Apps. Retroarch. I think there's an updated Retroarch, but this one will be fine. So I'm going to open it up with my keyboard. Now I'm going to switch to my game controller. You're going to allow your storage. Okay, so now it did that. So what I go over, I like to scan directory. So now this is where we wanted to remember it's in the downloads. Now we're just going to scan this directory. So I'll pause this while it does. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner there, right down here, if you look real close, it says 3,831. And that's not too bad. I've had thousands on here before. So I'll pause it and I'll come back once it's done scanning. Alright, as you can see down here, we went from 3,000 to 6,959. Alright, so it did climb there a little bit. So now let's see what we have here. Let's grab our controller. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Or I'm back recording, I should say. Alright, we're back recording. Let's grab our controller. Now we're going to go hit our B button. Hold on. Pause this. Let me get my controller going. Alright, so we got the controller going. Let's go back. Alright, so now you can see up here, we got, what's that going to be? Atari. We got Nintendo. And we got Sega, I believe. So you got all these games now. And just a slew of them. So I'm just hitting my A button. I'm going to run. And I'm just going to pick that. And there you go. So we'll hit our start button. Turn down the volume. And then now you just figure out your... Okay. See how that works? Alright. Now let me get out of here. I think I always just hit my home button. Double click the home button. Dismiss it. And then I re-add it. My controller jacks up a lot. I'm actually using my Shield controller, but and then just open it back up. See how it's jammed sometimes? I don't get it. So yeah, what do we do? 1942, run. Run. You can select your players. 1 or 2. Oops. Hit your start button. Oh, that's good. Oh, this must be... Oops. Did I pick 2 player? Alright, so that's how that goes. So yeah, I just hit my home button. I'll put it on my main screen here after a while, but I'm just showing you how it works, how slick and easy that was. It takes a while to get the games on there, but that's just scanning. That's how many ever games you want. And then it keeps the recent games I just played. But I mean, you got a slew of games, guys. Oops. I don't know how to start that. Oh. Alright. There we go. So I was just hitting my back button to get down to the end there. Alright, easy peasy, right? So you just got to figure out which buttons do what and old school stuff. I have no clue what I'm doing. Alright, that's Retroarch. I mean, there's a ton more games you can get, so just get what you like and play. I just wanted to do Retroarch, but there's a ton of other games to get on the Shield. What else we got? So you see, I picked that Atari for the first one, but it was the wrong core, so I just reset the core, and I remembered it was a Sega core. Never played this in my life. New game, hitting start. Oh, missed that. Oh. Alright, guys, I'm done. Understand all that? Got it, good. I'll put it on my main screen there and add some more games, and I'll be in heaven. I'll do another video on like the NVIDIA games and whatnot, but I just wanted to show Retroarch. Alright, love you guys. Peace out. Happy streaming and gaming.